Today we're going to be cooking a lamb curry, and for this recipe I'm going to be using Northern Ireland farm quality assured lamb leg steaks. So when you see this logo in your supermarket or your local butchers, you can be assured that the meat meets the highest quality standards that you would expect. So very simple curry, it'll take about 10 minutes to make. So the first thing we need to do is heat our pan. We'll just get it nice and hot. So these are the lamb leg steaks, and we use this particular cut because they're so tender. I'm going to make the curry sauce first and slice the meat at the very end of the process, and we'll poach it very lightly so that they will retain the tenderness, but they'll also take on some of the flavour of that lovely curry. So first thing I need to do is chop half an onion. I've already got it peeled, but I leave just a little bit at the end of the onion to hold it all together when we slice it. I'm just going to run my knife through it. And heat some olive oil in the pan. And put the onions in. We'll just move them around for a little while and let them begin to soften. I'm going to crush a garlic clove. I've already got a nice garlic clove peeled. And thinly slice it. Some people will add the garlic just like this, and you can do so if you want, but I would prefer to have a nice garlic paste. So what I do is I crush some salt on top of the garlic and use the flat part of the knife and press down. There you go, very easy. And now the garlic will just dissolve into the onions. So the onions and garlic are starting to take on a lovely golden colour. So now it's time for the coconut cream. And I have a whole tin, 400 mils of coconut milk. And just stir that in. It's the base of the sauce. Now we need to add some curry powder. I've got a couple of teaspoons of the Madras curry powder I'm using. We like some heat. Got some mango chutney, which will add a little bit of sweetness to the curry, and the mango works so well with the lamb, brings out the flavour. So just a teaspoon. I have a lamb stock cube. I'm just going to crumble about half of it into it. We don't need to dissolve it, there's enough liquid in the pan already. But we just want to get that extra bit of flavour. And lastly, I have 2 teaspoons of tomato puree. And again, this will change the colour of the sauce, but it will also add a depth of flavour to the sauce. So I'm going to add my herbs to this now. So I have fresh mint leaves and fresh coriander. And just pull the coriander off the top of the plant. We can chop the stalks as well. Stalks has got as much goodness and as much flavour as the actual leaves of the herbs, so use everything. We're just going to stir the herbs in, and that will really bring this sauce alive. Juice of half a lime, or you can use more if you want. And now we're ready for the meat. Now, you can see how beautiful these are. They're so lean, and I just want to cut the meat into quite fine strips. And now just add this lovely lamb to your sauce. Stir it round, and what will happen is it will poach really quickly. It'll take about 3 or 4 minutes for that lamb to cook through in the sauce. So just to finish the curry, I'm going to chop a few spring onions, and this will give an extra little crunch. We're nearly ready to serve. I've cooked some rice, some basmati rice, and just allowed it to steam while we've been cooking the curry. I've got some rice at the bottom of the bowl. And then spoon your curry on top. Finish this dish off with a few coriander leaves, and that's the yummy lamb curry. Thank you for watching, and check out some of the other delicious recipes on this website.